What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. We've got an SDSU commit, which always feels any of the local schools, anytime they land local talent, it always feels kind of special. That extra little cream, a little cherry on top. Chris Fewell from Lincoln High School is joining us. He's a football player who's committed to play for San Diego State next year. Chris, congratulations on making it to senior year, on SDSU, on so much good going on in your life. Let's start there. What was that decision to become an Aztec like for you?
The decision was pretty easy. They really showed me that they wanted me to stay local in the hometown, and I love my city. So, and I want to have my family come and watch me in that brand new stadium. And I just really like what they're doing at SDSU, and the
So
coaching staff, they're great. It's just a good feeling.
you talk about the brand new Snapdragon Stadium. Did you get a chance in your recruitment process to get kind of like a little sneak peek? Have you been actually inside there to see what's going on in terms of the football stuff?
Actually, no. When I went on my visit, like we were just mostly on campus and talking to the head coach. Just building those relationships. So, but I'm
Hey,
definitely
don't get me wrong. The campus itself is beautiful. The coaching staff is nice, but I think everybody is so pumped, especially coming off the announcement that the Open Division Championship this year is going to be played at Snapdragon Stadium for San Diego high school teams. So I think it's a lot of hype. Was there one thing about SDSU that finally pushed it over the edge, or it sounds like it was more just everything kind of lined up perfectly across the board? Staying home, you like the coaches, you like the style of play. Was there one thing though that ultimately made that decision for you?
um ultimately it was when we just got finished playing at the SDSU tournament, and my DC had told me like at my position and in this defense, like it's a big piece of this. So I got really excited. I'm up for that challenge.
Chris, you were talking about the style working out nicely for you as a player. Describe yourself. I know that everyone's now an athlete and they all do all of the things, but at linebacker, what do you specifically feel like you bring as a player to Lincoln this year and ultimately to SDSU the next four?
Lincoln this year, I'm definitely going to be more of the pass rush type of linebacker, because I'm a hybrid linebacker. I can drop back in coverage and get in those passing windows, and then I can come off the edge and bring some pressure if you need me to. So this year at Lincoln, I'm going to be more of that third down, pass rush type of linebacker. And for SDSU, I'm just excited to get in there as soon as possible and work and just playing that, telling you that new stadium and just ball.
I don't want you to hear this as me intentionally like bringing up bad memories, but the way that last season ended for you guys was pretty much the ultimate heartbreaker that anyone has suffered in recent years. I am curious though, with games like that for teams, was that something that you guys decided, hey, we got to flush that out, not even think about that? Or has that been like the thing that focuses, brings the team together of like, we never want to feel that again this offseason?
Honestly, nobody really talks about it, but it doesn't even need to be talked about. It's just we all know what needs to be done, and it definitely left a chip on our shoulder because we definitely don't want to feel like that again.
So give us a little bit of a preview as to what the team's going to look like this year, at least on the defensive side. We're going to hopefully have you guys here in studio over the next couple of weeks, but I'm always curious talking to defensive players. It feels like they have a little bit higher level confidence going into the season as opposed to offensive sided players.
Yeah, our defense this year is going to be the best defense in San Diego County.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, we got all the pieces. We have all the pieces needed, and everything just falling into place on the defensive side. And I wouldn't want to play for any other defense.
What makes you say that?
Just because our DC, Coach Bashif, like he's a football mind. He knows what he's talking about. So he's gonna make sure everyone's doing the right job. If we just be coachable, do what we're supposed to do, promise, like he's not gonna tell us anything wrong.
I'm going to give people a little sample of your schedule this year. You open up with, you have Patrick Henry at a scrimmage, but then you go Capital Christian, Alemany, St. Bonaventure, all three of those big time non-section opponents come home to play Mater Dei Catholic, Steel Canyon, Saints, Cathedral. They're on here. Madison's on here, defending CIF champs, Scripture. Like, that's a brutal schedule, but I'm assuming that you guys have the mentality of like, that's just where we want to be right now. That's what we feel is the level of this program. So what are you guys looking at? Are you looking at this as, you know, if we can get out of here 3-1, 4-1 at that beginning of the season, or where's the bar set for you guys out the gate internally?
The bar is set is to set the tone for our season. So we don't plan on losing any games. We don't plan on losing any games at all. Those, like you said, those first 3-4 games, you know, they're going to be tough.
It's nuts. Not many teams in San Diego start a season out like that.
Yeah. And our coaches tell us all the time when we're working, you know, our expectations are higher. So we working like no other. It's something that we don't really talk about or tweet about, but just know that it's being done, and
you just do about it.
Yeah.
You just get after it. Where does that mindset come from? Is it singular? You know, you mentioned coaches. Coach Bashir has been talked about a little bit, but it seems like across the board, Lincoln has a group of dudes that get you guys to buy in really well. Is there one specific, like, is that day on down, or where does that mentality come from on the coaching staff side?
It's all throughout the coaching staff. You know, I hear a lot of people say like, your players are going to be how your coaches are. And all of our coaches are, you know, just go-getters. They're going to make sure that we're doing the right thing in the classroom and on the field, win some games, get us where we want to be, and that's a state championship. So,
I'll tell you,
yeah,
please go ahead.
They kind of have that dog mentality, just like us, but from a coaching perspective.
Well, you talk about where you want to be. I want to have you guys in studio in the next couple of weeks after you prove on the field a little bit, like you said, best defense in San Diego County. Congratulations again on your commitment to San Diego State, on your upcoming senior season. School hasn't started yet for you, right? You got another like 2 or 3 weeks. You're just doing football right now, yeah?
Yeah, we go back like into August or something.
Well, enjoy what's left of your summer. Thank you very much for being on. We look forward to having you in studio here over the next couple of weeks. Folks, this is just another one of the great San Diego high school athletes that you need to know now so you can say you knew them when. We'll include all the information on how you can follow what he is up to in the bio or in the swipe. I never know where to point at this point, but I know to thank you guys for all tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.